पाई है जो रूप की साक्षी, सुंदर गुणय से संपत्र और सिलावटी है। मैंने इसे आंखों को पुतली बांधकर इसे प्रेम बढ़ाया हो और अपनों प्राण इसमें खाग रखो है। This is a mother-in-law addressing her daughter-in-law, or rather speaking of her daughter-in-law. Moreover, Kaushalya said, I have found in her a beloved daughter-in-law, exceedingly beautiful, amiable, and very accomplished. I have treated her as the apple of my eye, and I love her so much that my very soul is centered on my daughter-in-law, Sitaji. This is a mother-in-law. The word putra, badhu, and I'll explain those two words. But in Guyanese dialect, we sometimes say it as bahu, daughter-in-law. But I want you to look at the word putra that Kaushalya uses. It's Sanskrit. Pu and tra. You heard the word tra before because you've said mantra many times. Tra means to remove. But pu is Sanskrit. Alone it means literally nothing. But when it's combined with tra, it means the one who removes darkness and trouble and stress and anything negative from the parents' life. That's a putra. And here is a mother-in-law referring to her daughter-in-law as putra badu. Nowadays, in many homes, not all, but many homes around the world, the relationship with mother-in-law and daughter-in-law can be described in 3 letters. 3.
Oh, jeez.
W-A-R. But imagine this. Imagine this. So true, and you've seen it, I'm sure you've seen it. But spare a moment for the fellow caught in between, the son and the husband. On one hand is the lady who gave him birth, and on the other hand is the lady whom he loves and is married to. Poor bechara. Talk about caught between a rock and a really hard place. Here, devotees and friends, from our great scriptures, we're being taught that the mother-in-law doesn't get a daughter-in-law. She gets a soul so kind and loving that whatever is her distress, her troubles, her aches, her pains, her sorrows, the daughter-in-law, the soul goes beyond daughter-in-law, becomes a daughter, and removes that. You see the daughter-in-law who does that? Sato janam Bhagwan tere adhiya ki pyasi. For 7 consecutive births, the Lord will look at you with only tender, loving eyes. Daughter-in-law, you have a wonderful place in this world. Don't go as a daughter-in-law. Rather, go as a daughter. This is what Sitaji did. And yes, somewhere in between there, if you choose to go to war, is a husband you love and a son that you gave birth to. Take that for a moment and understand. Imagine you, the mother-in-law, speaking of your daughter-in-law this way. Imagine you, the daughter-in-law, receiving that kind of prayers. Your home world, your place of existence will become heaven, truly heaven. Cultivate that relationship. Sita ji is showing the example. And we take a look at Sita, the mother. I think when I say Sita, the mother, those of you who are familiar with the Ramayana are immediately thinking of Lava and Kush. And you're right. Whilst it is very true that Janaki Ma is the mother of Lava and Kush, I will not be speaking of Lava and Kush tonight. And I will not be speaking of Lava and Kush because of this. A mother who treats her own children well is absolutely a great mother. But that is her expectation, to treat her own children well. Her greatness, however, lies in treating the children of others. Sometimes a total stranger, child that is a total stranger, even from another race, as she would treat her own. Treat them exactly as she would treat her own, sometimes even adopting them as her own. That is the greatest mother. It is also very important. See, there's a balance. Newton's laws of motion wasn't created by Newton, Sir Isaac Newton. It was there before. Through every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If a mother treats you well, even though you are not her own child, you're absolutely obligated to treat her with utter most respect as Ma, the God, deserves. And so